I'm sure many of you wish that Ford would build a production expedition with some of the high-performance features found on this truck. Like, check out these OZ racing wheels. Pretty cool, huh? Well, in spite of the downturn in our nation's economy, the automotive industry is surprisingly alive and well. To prove our point, take a look at some of the highlights from the recent LA and Detroit auto shows.
The Greater Los Angeles Auto Show and the North American International Auto Show in Detroit, which occur back-to-back in early January, kick off the season for fresh concept cars and new production announcements.
We really enjoy when it's showtime. This is the car business reawakening from the holidays. It's the new year. These two shows come literally back-to-back, and it's certainly the celebration of the car business for the new year, both for the manufacturers, the consumers, and for us as the media.
Despite the fact that there is economic news out there that isn't real positive, a lot of reasons to think the industry might be feeling some pressure, feeling a little down, the shows themselves are very upbeat. There was a lot of very positive atmosphere everywhere at both of the shows.
If there was any trend that emerged for 2002, it was the proliferation of tall, all-wheel drive, mid-sized two-box cars. Automakers refused to call them station wagons, but that's what many of the so-called category busters really are. We wish we had time to show you every new vehicle on display, but we don't. So we'll focus on new hardware generally not seen or shown before, either at shows or in our pages. Here are some of the latest trends from the 2002 Detroit and LA auto shows. Pontiac rolled out this year's showstopper, a sports car concept called the Solstice. It's a front-engine, rear-drive roadster built in real steel from off-the-shelf parts at the behest of GM product czar Bob Lutz.
I think the best thing about the Solstice, as far as we're concerned, is just the fact that it's a fun, slightly irresponsible car. It's very much an answer to the Miata in that it would be a roadster that doesn't try to make a lot of practical excuses for itself. It's a fun car, returns the fun of driving to the marketplace.
Infinity's FX45 concept is built on the same platform as the G35 sports sedan. This powerful-looking beast is very close to the production version. It's got big V8 sports car power with more room and utility than conventional sporty cars, plus all-weather capability.
Infinity's FX45 is an interesting crossover vehicle. We've come to call them crossovers because they're not quite SUVs, they're not quite station wagons, they're certainly not minivans, but they are trying to be practical and usable as family transportation, but with an attitude, an energy, an excitement that minivans certainly don't have.
Cadillac CN is a mid-engine rear-drive two-seat supercar concept. Carbon fiber composite body over carbon fiber monocoque with a 7.5-liter Northstar XV12 concept engine rated at 750 horsepower. It's connected to a 6-speed semi-automatic with paddle shifter. Dodge took the wraps off the SRT-10, a 2003 production model hot rod pickup. It's a rear-drive two-door Ram with the Viper's 8.3-liter 500-horsepower aluminum V10 engine and 6-speed manual gearbox.
The Dodge SRT-10 pickup truck was one of the surprise hits of the Detroit show, partly because it's so crazy, it's so wacky. The downside to a pickup truck like this, obviously, is that it's going to be relatively expensive. It'll get terrible fuel economy. It isn't the most functional, most usable pickup truck. We're not sure that matters. It's a fun project as a limited availability, a kind of image car. We think it's a great idea.
We'll have more auto show unveilings later in the show. More auto show concept cars from LA and Detroit. Up next on Motor Trend Television.
Well, if this year's auto shows are any indication of what we can expect from the automobile industry, I think we've got an exciting future ahead. Let's take a look at more from both the LA and Detroit auto shows.
Dodge took the wraps off another SRT product, the production version Neon SRT4, a 2003 pocket rocket compact sedan for under $20,000. It's a turnkey tuner package that includes the hardware most young street cruisers want. all with a factory warranty and Daimler Chrysler financing.
It'll be rated at 205 horsepower out of a 4-cylinder turbocharged engine, and that's certainly higher than a lot of the Japanese models are putting out now, at least in terms of what's offered from the factory. You get the 17-inch wheels, the big brakes, the big wing, the body kit, some pretty racy Viper-style leather seats, graphics, and a big sound system to finish it all off. It's truly Dodge's factory-offered tuner car.
Ford does a deal with Tonka Toys and builds the mighty F-350 Tonka concept. You can't miss this big, bold F-350 dually. It features a new tech diesel V8, power fold-out running boards, hydraulic launch assist, LED lighting, full suspension seats, and tons of chrome. You can expect to see many of these styling cues in the major makeover of the civilian F-150 within the next couple of years. Cadillac puts its neck on the line with the Cadillac XLR as it attempts to go head-to-head with the likes of the all-new Mercedes SL. Based on the C5 Corvette, the XLR will be powered by a supercharged 4.2-liter Northstar V8 with a targeted 400 horsepower. The modern, edgy styling is evocative of classic Cadillacs, including the '67 Eldorado. The downside, the introduction of the 04 model isn't scheduled until mid-2003 to make sure the car launches with proper fit and finish. Chrysler breaks the mold again with the Crossfire, a retro yet modern rear-wheel drive sport coupe for 04. It's powered by a Mercedes-sourced 3.2-liter single overhead cam V6 with 215 horsepower, shifted by a 6-speed manual trans, and rides on a fully independent suspension and 18 and 19-inch wheels front and rear.
We feel the Crossfire has very strong market potential. It's nicely designed inside and out. Daimler Chrysler promises it will be aggressively priced. You might think of it as sort of a domestic Audi TT. And that car is sold very strongly. We think this one will too.
The Think City is Ford's first purpose-built electric car. The 02 production electric coupe has a limited 50-mile range per charge, with speeds up to 62 miles per hour.
We believe that there is a certain consumer that will react to cars like the Think City. You know, urbanites who drive limited mileages and are very concerned about the environment, this is exactly their car. For people that are driving long distances, having families, or live in the wide open spaces of the Midwest or let's say the Southwest, this is just not a car that's going to go there.